Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. This is Katie. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing if you enjoy this video. And if you're back, welcome back. I'm glad you're back. Today, we are going to be sitting down just to do a little WIP and chat together. WIP stands for work in progress, and chat is, well, we're going to chat. So feel free to pull out whatever project you're working on, whether it's diamond painting, something else crafty, maybe some projects around the house, or I've been told often that I have a very soothing voice, so maybe I'm putting you to sleep. I'm okay with it, whatever works for you. Today I am working on my massive project from Diamond Painting Deutschland called Magical Merry-Go-Round. It is from the artist Josephine Wall, and it is a whopping 75 by 100 centimeters. It has 220 colors and has been a fascinating project to work on. As far as the other goods I'm using today, I am using this pen from Lazy River Wood Turning. Its name is Regent. I have been getting some questions about the Everlasting Tips multi-placers lately, and so it's been a little while since I've used one. So I thought I'd put on, I believe this is the 6-placer, just to kind of play with it a little bit and see what I think, since it's been probably a couple months since I've used mine. This tray is one of the small trays from Muni Made, and I am using Not Your Mama's Mud in my single placer and Museum Putty in the multi-placer. As always, I will link all of the things down in the description below, so you can go and check those out. So, how are you all doing today? As of this filming, it is the night before Valentine's Day, and before I get any further, let me grab a color. This canvas takes brain power for me to work on, so you will get a couple of pauses from time to time while I do that. But speaking of this canvas and the brain power it's taking, I don't know if you'll be able to guess or if you noticed, but you see that I'm up against the washi tape here. Do you know what that means? I'm in the last column of this piece. I think I'm going to finish it in the next week. I am so excited. I cannot wait to have finished such a massive undertaking, and to get to step back and look at it on the whole and share my thoughts with you guys, because I have people that just are dying to get my thoughts on actually working like a canvas like this. And I have lots of thoughts. I've been writing them down because I know that I won't otherwise remember them. Is anyone else like that? Like, if you don't write it down, it's gone. Like, it's just gone forever. So I've started keeping a notebook. No, it's not on my phone. It's a physical notebook where it's specifically actually for YouTube and like diamond painting and YouTube related things, where I just have various notes going for ideas and for thoughts on things like post reviews and whatnot. So anyway, oh, of course, how could I not like start right out the gate with, I need to announce my 1,000 subscriber giveaway winner. So for those of you that maybe didn't get the chance to catch it, I'm sorry. It was part of my WIP and Chat last week, and I just asked for you guys to leave a comment and share what your favorite diamond painting company is, and then to also fill out my Happy Mail form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a random comment picker website. It's going to filter out all the duplicate comments, just because I saw there were a few people that left more than one comment, but I want to keep it fair. Everyone's just getting one entry for their comment. So I'm going to run that random comment picker and then make sure that person has filled out my Happy Mail form, and I will be emailing them. So let me go ahead and cut away right here to the video of me doing the random comment picker. We'll be right back. All right, let's go ahead and do our drawing for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So here I am on the same random comment picker I've used before. So let's put in the video. We're gonna filter duplicates because even if there were multiple comments, we get one entry per person. So let's see how many we have. I think it was over 100. 131. Okay. So let's see who's gonna win that prize. Trixie. Oh, yay. I recognize your name. You've been around for a little while, and I'm very excited that you won the giveaway. Congratulations. So Trixie says, congrats on reaching 1K. I think my two favorites are Distracted by Diamonds and of course Diamond Art Club. And oh, she's so sweet. So congratulations again, Trixie. I am gonna double check that you filled out my Happy Mail form, and as long as you have done so, I will be emailing you. So look for an email from me. All right, congratulations again. Okay, congratulations again to the winner, and thank you to everyone that participated. And even if you didn't win, I hope that you will still stick around and keep an ear out, because I am looking at my stash of goodies and I have more than I realistically know what to do with. And so I think that it won't be too long before there's another giveaway. But yes, I also just wanted to take a minute and talk a little bit more about this like crazy thing that is me hitting 1,000 subscribers. I feel like I, in some ways, almost glossed over it last time. And the reason wasn't because I was trying to take it for granted, but the reason was because I hadn't absorbed it. I was so surprised. And just kind of still trying to absorb it. And by the same token, I didn't want to make it a thing, like for myself or for others, in terms of like, I don't want my mind to go to a place where all I'm thinking about is what's the next number milestone I'm going to hit, because I've been down that path before in various areas of my life, and I end up in a really unhealthy headspace. And I don't know, it's hard in the age of social media and the internet where I'm going to sound like an old person here, but like, it's so fabulous that we get to connect with so many more people than we otherwise would get to. But at the same time, that means we're comparing ourselves, or we can very easily be comparing ourselves to more people than we ever could before. And to keep in mind, like, you're not even, when it comes to someone's online footprint, you're not even seeing the real them. You're seeing the filtered version of them that they have chosen to put out into the world. And that has a filter on it, and that is cropped. And for every one wonderful looking picture you're seeing of someone, there were probably like 100 that just weren't good enough, or there was something they didn't like about it. So take it with a grain of salt. I'm sure you all have heard it before, but I'm speaking to you and to myself. I'm giving that reminder of don't find your self-worth in other people and in subscribers or likes or followers or whatever on the internet. Okay, going back to the 1,000 subscriber thing. So I guess I was just trying to like work through that and make sure I was in a good place. And I'm coming back to like, I just want to make sure that I'm acknowledging and thanking you guys enough, and that you realize how much that means to me and how much I appreciate it, because you guys are the ones that are taking the time out of your day to watch/listen to my videos, and I am grateful for it. So yes, just wanted to take an extra minute there to acknowledge that and thank you. I did also want to touch on, because I don't want to be tacky, I suppose, but I so value being like authentic and transparent. And so I wanted to go ahead and mention to you guys, if you weren't aware, once a YouTube channel has 1,000 subscribers, if they have 1,000 subscribers and they have 40,000 hours of view time, they can apply to be monetized. So what that means is that some options become available to you, that you can begin to partner with YouTube and advertisers and whatnot, to start to make money from putting sort of as a what is the word? Compensation for creating content that people are watching and enjoying. So just in case you weren't aware, that's how that works. I actually debated for a little while whether or not I wanted to apply for monetizing. And where I ultimately landed was that I did. And I just wanted to let you guys know what that's going to look like. So that means that there will start being minimal ads that will show with videos. If you have YouTube Premium, you won't see them. I am going to be keeping a close eye on them because I don't want them to be intrusive. I don't want them to really negatively impact your experience. And that was why I kind of was on the fence about even doing it, because I don't know, like you all joined me before I personally had added ads on. So the reason I chose to go ahead and monetize was because it will enable me to do more with this channel. And I'm going to, my husband and I have already sat down, and I was the one that initiated the conversation and said, okay, so here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'd like to get your thoughts. And if this is something that I do and it gets approved or whatever from YouTube, I want to be so intentional about budgeting and earmarking anything that happens to come back from this, whether it's pennies or dollars, whatever it is. Like, that needs to be earmarked and budgeted to go right back into the channel. That's super important to me, that it's just a means to do more here. So that was my thought behind it. That's my heart behind it. I just wanted to let you guys know. And like I said, I am going to be keeping a close eye on where YouTube is placing those ads. They should, I think for the most part, be skippable. And of course you can choose to skip them. I don't think I get a kickback unless you watch, like, I don't know how much of it. See, I need to dig a little bit more. So I hope it wasn't a huge, like, awkward or turn off or whatever for me to go ahead and go into detail about that. But like I said, I have always been very transparent and honest with you guys, and just felt like that was the very least I could do to let you guys know, so you didn't feel like I was trying to be, I don't know, weird or like shady about it. So please let me know if you have any questions about it. Like I said, as I always tend to say, I hope you hear my heart in this, and if you have any questions, like, don't hesitate to come to me. Okay, moving on from that. Let's talk about just some general life updates. So, like I said, today is the day before Valentine's Day. It's a Saturday evening, and I'm home alone. Well, my kids are asleep upstairs. So I thought, I'm going to get lots of recording done while my husband isn't here, because it just is I don't know. I don't mind that he hears me, but I just feel like a little bit more comfortable if it's just me so that someone else isn't witnessing me talking to myself for an hour. Anyway, since I knew he was going to be gone till pretty late, I was like, okay, I'm going to do like a little recording blitz here and get a bunch of stuff recorded. So that hopefully that'll free up my evenings this upcoming week a little bit more. So, which by the way, please tell me how good of a job I did, because I managed to do bedtime solo with my 2 kids, which is like, come on, that's, if you've heard me talk about my toddler before, he's the one that I refer to as the tiny tornado. He turns 3 next month. I'm in denial. But trying to do bedtime with 2 kids, like flying solo, mad respect for the parents that are in a situation that they have to do that, because oh my gosh, what all did he break in that like time period when I was trying to do some stuff with his older brother who's 5. In retrospect, I should have just done the toddler's bedtime routine first, like all by himself, and then done his older brother's. So anyway, so I've been solo since like 3:30 this afternoon. My husband is up in LA, filming a short film scene. It's going to be for a pitch reel for a TV series that he's written and is hoping to pitch to get funding for or to sell. It's actually really super fascinating, but I'm not going to share the details here because it's not my project to share. But this is he's working with some of the same people that he did the Tomb Raider fan film with, which as of this recording is at like 85,000 views on YouTube. And based on his analytics, it's like, we're going to break 100,000, I think, on Monday. And I was like, well, I'm just going to sit over here and be happy for my subscribers, because this is literally the only thing he's put on his YouTube channel. But no, for real, I'm so excited for him that this has gotten like a really positive response. If you're curious to watch it, I mean, I'm a little biased, but I think it looks fantastic. The cast and crew that he got for this like small project, they did a fabulous job. So I will link it up in the top right, and in the description below. Make a quick note for myself. Okay. So anyway, what he's doing tonight is a separate project, but he has some of the same people working with him. They all got COVID tested this past week so that, there wasn't, going to be risk involved. They actually already had to delay the shoot once because someone tested positive for it several weeks ago. So they're taking every precaution. They have a super small cast and crew, but the scene that they're filming takes place at night. And so the space that they rented, in the evenings so that they can have the lighting they need and effect that they need and whatnot. So he is going to be, he's probably going to get home at like 3 or 4 in the morning, to be honest. We'll see, or I'll try to let him sleep in the morning. But I absolutely adore my husband, and he's a very involved dad. He's a really proactive and supportive husband, but like I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with when it's like a short film weekend or like a shooting weekend, a filming weekend, because my husband's personality is he's a procrastinator. Like, and he says it himself. He knows he's a procrastinator. He tries to do stuff ahead of time. But no, he mostly is a procrastinator. So what invariably always happens is that the couple of days leading up to the actual filming is just a cluster of, hey, what do you think that I should do for meals for this? Hey, can you go to Target. He placed a pickup order for me to get this. Could you help me figure out what I should do for meals? And he tries to do it himself without bothering me because he knows it adds to my mental load. And I know some of you might be going like, girlfriend, what's the problem with being helpful? But let me explain. Is anyone else, regardless of, gender or relationship status or whatever, like if you have any kind of relationship in your life or you live with someone or whatever, are you the designated finder and the designated like mental manager? If you are, you'll know exactly what I am talking about. They've done even like studies on this, and it tends to be women more than men, not exclusively, but just in generalization, it's usually the mom or the wife in a relationship, if that's what the relationship looks like. That they are just carrying the mental load. They're like constantly juggling the different things that need to happen to sort of keep the house and the family and the finances and the errands and the to-do list and the everything running. And it is a heavy mental load. And honestly, at just the place that I'm at in life with having small children running around and obviously, like as I mentioned before, like sort of struggling a little bit with my mental health and my anxiety lately, like I'm just not in a place where I want to have to be the designated finder and mental manager of things. But I want to be supportive and helpful for my husband not because he's my husband and I feel an obligation, but because I love him and if I can make his life easier, I'd like to be able to help, So it's just exhausting. It's exhausting because it's always, hey, do we have a cooler? We have a cooler, right? Where would I find that? And I'm like, we haven't used the cooler since the last time you did a film shoot. And it always ends up in a random place. And okay, let me think. Okay, yes, this is where I think it probably is. And he goes out and it's exactly where I said it probably was. But like, is it crazy that just like having to go through that thought process and almost feeling like it's almost like I'm on edge. Like I'm just waiting, like what's the next thing that I'm going to have to think through and try to find. I hope this doesn't sound incredibly self-centered. I know it kind of is, but anyway, all this to say, it's just been a really tiring few days, and my husband, Adam. Adam has done everything that he can to like build in times for me to have a break. Like he took the kiddos this morning, and I got to go leave the house and go pick up some coffee, like with just peace and quiet in my car. So he's doing his absolute best. But at the same time, I'm like, can you just figure it out? So anyway, I know this is how this goes, but it mostly, it just means that I knew that going into this weekend, I wasn't going to have the same kind of breather that I usually get when it's the weekend and Adam is off work. The kids love when he is off work. He gets that extra time with them. Where are my tweezers? And they just love that extra time with him. And it's adorable and I love it. So it was hard just to know, like going into this weekend, like, okay, not only is it going to be, I'm not getting a break, but I'm going to have to do more work than usual. It's really all fine. There's no relationship tension or weirdness here. I'm just sharing about where my brain has been at today. But all in all, I actually think that I did okay with the kiddos solo today. We did go to McDonald's for dinner because I wanted to throw them in the car and get them out of the house for a minute. And I really didn't want to have to try to put together dinner without someone to keep an eye on the tornado. What did he do? What did he break? Oh. He figured out how to take off his diaper. Can I just say, the number of times that I've had to say ridiculous things that I never imagined coming out of my mouth, like, can you please not pull out your penis at the dinner table? Or can we leave the diaper on? Like, I've found puddles of pee. Like, this is my life right now. It's so glamorous. It's great. No, it's fine. I laugh about it because it's funny. I mean, you laugh or you cry. So, no, we did okay today. It really was fine. Tomorrow, there won't be any filming, but I have no doubt that, like, my husband is going to be dead tired. And so I'm going to, of course, like, I'm going to try to let him sleep in, and maybe I'll take the kids to go pick up donuts. Have I told you guys about how adorable my 5-year-old is? I don't remember when this started. It was probably a year and a half ago when my parents were in town visiting. They live across the country from us. They were in town visiting, and here's what it was. My mom was going to watch the kiddos so that Adam and I could go out, just the two of us, and get dinner and go to a movie or whatever, pre-COVID. And Connor was bummed that he couldn't come with us. And so we had said, well, Mommy and Daddy we're going on a date. And that's when, Mommy and Daddy just go out by themselves just to have some time together. And he said, well, I want to go on a date. And he turned to my mom and he's like, can I go on a date with you, Grandma? You guys, her heart melted. She just melted into a puddle on the floor because she's like, of course I'll go on a date with you, Connor. And she's like, well, where do you want to go? And he thought about it. And he was like, let's go on a donut date. You guys, I love that kid so much. He is so sweet. So, of course, my grandma's like, of course, we'll go on a donut date tomorrow. So this has become a thing that we try to take Connor on a donut date every once in a while, and we usually try to make it be one-on-one with one of us so that he's getting a little bit of time, like where his younger brother isn't trying to steal our attention and make trouble. Like, we can just have that one-on-one time with him. And once Micah is a little bit older and talking, we will do the same thing with him. So sometimes I use that just as a means to kind of, I can tell, like, if Connor's getting to a place where he just is acting out a little bit more, or just seems like he just needs some of that quality time, then I try to say, like, why don't we go on a donut date? So tomorrow morning, when he's probably itching to play with Adam and Adam is just needing to sleep in, maybe we'll go on a donut date. So he'll feel like it's still a special time and he's not, missing out on just the specialness that is the weekend free of school. Thankfully, he has Monday off of school for President's Day. So I think Adam still has to work, though. I don't think he works at one of those jobs that gets like those sort of school holidays off. So yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. Maybe Adam will let me catch a nap in the afternoon. Thank you, by the way, to everyone that was so kind and supportive last week when I shared about, I guess, sort of my panic attacks that I was having when I would go into Target. I have not yet gotten some talk therapy lined up, but it's on my list. I'm really going to try to make it happen this week. This past week was just it was a little nutty because we were trying to get everything kind of last minute together for the film shoot. So I'll make it a goal for this week. Maybe I can write it in, where is it? Okay. My new planner. Okay, let me explain. Yes, tiny bit bandwagon, but also tiny bit it like leapt into my cart. So I had to go to Michael's for one of the errands that I was talking about to help Adam out with the short film. And I had to go to Michael's, which is a crafting store in the United States, if you're not familiar, to pick up red food dye so that he can make fake blood. Fun fact, combining red food dye with corn syrup makes really good and authentic looking fake blood. That's fun. It's also washable, but I mean, red food dye, I don't know. I feel like if you get the red food dye on anything, it's toast. Anyway, so I went to Michael's and like the store was almost empty. So I thought, well, I'm going to take an extra 20 minutes and like browse because hello, I'm a crafter. I'm not going to walk into Michael's and not look around, check out the clearance end caps. So the planner section, all their planners were 70 or 80% off. You guys, this planner, this happy planner was $6. Like, you tell me if you would have walked away from that. So it's really pretty. Like, look at the rings on it. They have like an ombre effect. Look at the front. How pretty that is with the watercolors and everything. Okay, yes, it's an 18-month planner that started in July of 2020, so I'm going to be like popping out half these pages. It's fine. It was $6. Like, it was $6. I would have been throwing away money to not take it home with me. But, okay, every so often, like every year, like clockwork, I'm like, yeah, I'll be a planner person. And I'm never a planner person. I do it for like a month or less, and then I don't. I end up not following through. But particularly with how I'm trying to be more intentional about scheduling out the time I'm putting into my YouTube channel, I thought that, okay, I actually could use a planner. And I've thought a couple of times over the past week or so, like it would almost be nice to have a planner where I could map out what videos I want to do on what days. And I think it would just be helpful to see that at a glance. So I'm going to give it a try. I'm not going to like beat myself up if it doesn't work out, but like, look how pretty this is. Oh, you can't see the top. I'm like, look how pretty this is. You're like, it's white. What's the big deal? But this is not my preferred layout, but I think it's going to work out okay. It's a color block layout, it says. I think it'll work out okay if I'm just planning to use it for like crafting and YouTube stuff. So, you know, there's notes for the month. These are my favorite parts of any of these planners are the month pages where it has like the pretty artwork and sayings. So, look, at the risk of being a bandwagoner, I know it's super popular right now. Oh, I love that. Look at the foil effect. I know it's super popular right now for people to be doing planner videos, and I don't know if they're really my thing. Like maybe I'll just incorporate it into my WIP and Chats, I suppose, but feel free to let me know your thoughts. Like, are you a planner person? Are you like a, yes, give me all the planner videos kind of person? Or like, what? No, I don't care about seeing your schedule. You're not going to hurt my feelings because this is not something that I have my heart set on or anything like that. This is pure curiosity. So if you made it to this part in the video, let me know. Are you personally a planner person? And even if you're not, are you into planner videos? So I don't know. If nothing else, I mean, it was $6. I keep coming back to that. It was only $6 for this beautiful. Okay. Well, if nothing else, I'm gonna like crop that out and save it. Look at those colors. Okay, I'll show you the rest. Go with the flow. Isn't that kind of hypocritical for a planner to have in it? Are you really going with the flow if you're writing out your schedule? Oh. You've totally got this. Who needs to hear that this week? You've totally got this. Yes. Make time to be kind. Also, it costs nothing to be kind. Be kind, you guys. The world is crazy right now. The diamond painting community is crazy right now. Please be kind to everyone. Be extra gracious with everyone. And just do your best. I like this. This is giving me little daily affirmations. Present over, yes, okay. Worth the $6. Love all of the monthly inserts. Thank you guys for flipping through that. This is like an informal flip through video. Oh, good. Oh, and there's some sayings at some of the bottoms too. Okay, well, start each day with a grateful heart. Okay, I'm on board. Look how pretty it is. Okay. I keep saying okay. Now I'm really done with the planner. Let me know what your thoughts are on planners. I'm curious. Yeah, that's a balance I'm hoping to find. By the way, how many of you were panicking that I set the planner right here? There are enough drills down. I knew it wasn't going to touch the sticky, but I apologize for anyone that I gave just a massive heart attack there the past 5 minutes. Yes, so this is something I'm trying to find a little bit of a balance of, where my approach to my channel has been very sort of casual, I guess. I just want it to feel organic. Like, I just want to create content that, like, I'm excited about creating, which is thankfully a lot of things, and overlaps quite a lot with things that you guys want to see and find helpful. So I've tried to just keep my hands sort of off of it and just let it be organic and let it be what it is and not try to make it a thing. But the reality is I'm feeling like I'm enjoying creating more content. I have a lot of ideas, but I feel like I need to start scheduling a little bit more, at least like saying, okay, these are evenings that I want to record so that I can still preserve other evenings for just getting to spend time with family. Well, my husband after the kids go to bed. Because I don't want this to start taking away from family time, and whether that's actual physical time or just time that I spend thinking about it, because I feel like I'm always thinking about, like, what's the next thing I want to record, what do I think this week is going to look like, etc., etc. So I felt like in a really level and just like an even place about that like a month ago. But then things just really kind of took off here, and I am sort of feeling that momentum, but I also don't want to burn out. So there, you guys are getting my stream of consciousness as always. But I guess I share that just to ask for a little bit of grace as I kind of find my footing. And I know for the most part, I've been posting about every other day, and I've just had that much that I've wanted to film and share, but I don't know if that's the pace that I'm going to keep with, or if it's going to shift a little bit, or I don't know. So all this to say, I'm still not going to have a strict schedule at the moment, but I'll keep you guys posted. I'm just trying to do what is, best for my family, my mental health, and also like just what I think you guys will enjoy too. I don't want to overwhelm you with content or with things that you don't really care about. But yeah, so thanks for sticking with me and sticking around. I'm having a lot of fun and thoroughly enjoying myself, and I'm so glad that all of you are here. Okay, one thing that I keep forgetting to mention that I've been meaning to, you guys, I'm not going to let this distract me. I'm going to come back to that thought. There's 2 different colors in here, and they're really close to each other. When did I mix colors up? Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay, this is the darker of the 2. Okay, we're going to go with it. It'll be fine. I'll pick around and multi-place around it. Okay, the thing I keep forgetting to bring up. So I have never actually gone live on YouTube before. I've gone live a couple of times on Instagram, but I feel like Instagram is kind of a different, just has a different vibe than YouTube does. And I'm very curious to hear, inquiring minds would like to know, you guys, do you like YouTube lives? I am very interested in doing one. I want to try one solo, and I also, my very, very good friend Lindsay over at Life with Lindsay, she and I have been talking about doing a YouTube live together for like months. And so I want to make that happen. So please let me know, especially if you're still listening. Let me know in the comments. Would you be interested in coming and hanging out in a YouTube live with me and with a friend? I would, I'd just be curious to hear what you think. It would almost certainly have to be in an evening when my husband is off work. But I live on the west coast of the US. And so if I were to try to wait until my kids go to bed, that's when usually most like East Coasters are in bed, or it's a bad time for like you guys that are in Europe because you're also in bed. So I would probably try to do it around like 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which might be late for some of you, but hopefully is still manageable. I'm not sure on day of the week yet, but let me know if there's a day of the week that tends to work better for you. The only day that I'm sure I would not do is depending on the timing, I probably wouldn't do Fridays because I know a lot of people, myself included, hang out in Miss Coffee's live, Mrs. Crochet and Coffee. Okay, back to Lindsay. I mentioned this a little bit earlier in the video. That's okay. I had this thought, and I got it from Lindsay, that I want to start finding ways that I can be chatting about and highlighting other creators, and like on YouTube and or Instagram, because I feel like I have just a little bit of a platform here, and I'm not one to want to like hog any kind of spotlight. And there are so many fantastic creators out there that bring a completely different perspective to the table than I do, and are just all around wonderful people. So I want to take some time. I think I'm going to incorporate it into my WIP and Chats going forward, where I want to highlight someone on YouTube or Instagram that's had an impact on me in some way, or someone that I just think you guys should go and check out. And so today I've been talking about Lindsay, and I feel like she is like, of course I want to talk about her, and highlight her here in this first time I'm doing this. So Lindsay has a YouTube channel, Life with Lindsay. She also has an Instagram account by the same name, as well as a Facebook group. I'm going to link all of those down in the description. If you aren't already following her on Instagram, YouTube, and if you're a Facebook group person, check that out. She is one of the kindest and most thoughtful and brightest, as in like one of those people that you just really want to be around, people in the diamond painting community. She has been an incredible support to me. We both created YouTube channels roughly around the same time. We both joined the diamond painting community roughly around the same time and sort of met on Instagram last summer. And we're both parents of kids with some extra special needs and similar in ages, similar in temperament. Our kids, not us. But she always makes me laugh. She's always there with a listening ear and an encouraging word. And she's just one of those people that you should absolutely be following along with. So I'm getting like just a tiny bit teary talking about this, but I'm so grateful that she has a YouTube channel and the things that she's sharing. And also, girlfriend is, as of Valentine's Day, is wrapping up her first event that she has been doing. She put it together and planned the whole thing solo. She's done all of this hard work herself. She's done an incredible job with it. It's Alice in a Winter Wonderland. It started on January 1st and ends on Valentine's Day because that's the Queen of Hearts' birthday. She has been pouring so much planning and hard work into it, and I am super proud of her because I think the event went off so fantastically. She had tons of people participating. And it was really neat. It was really neat to get to follow along and see all of the different Alice in Wonderland kits that people were working on. And I'm just super proud of her for putting this together. So that's a little highlight for the week. Go check out Lindsay. I'm going to link her in the eye and down in the description. Go give her a follow. So let me see. I think I've been talking your ears off for quite a while. I'm going to go ahead and work on wrapping up here, but just wanted to take another minute to ask you again, like I did at the beginning of the video, and ask, how are you? And not just in passing, out of courtesy, but genuinely, how are you doing right now? I feel like we're at another point in the pandemic where I know I am feeling extra fried and burnt out. And I know I'm not the only one. So I want to check on you and ask how you're doing. As you know, as much as you can, find ways to take care of yourself and check in on yourself as well. Just sort of keep a finger on the pulse of how you're doing, and if there are ways that you need to seek out some extra support to not wait until it gets too rough. Again, I'm saying it to you guys, but I'm also saying it to myself because it's something that I need to hear a reminder of. But yeah, and keep in mind as well as always that like lots of people are going through a really difficult time right now. And so, you know, if you're having a day where you feel like you have that extra kindness and grace to extend, please do so, because maybe the person that you're interacting with is not having that kind of day. And if you can be extra kind to them, then that just might make a world of difference. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I have a feeling the next time you see this canvas is going to be in my post-review video. I can't believe that I think I'm just a week away from being done with this canvas and being able to share a post-review. I'm so excited. But yeah, I'm going to try to finish off this section before I go to bed. I'm going to try to be asleep well before my husband gets home, whenever that is. But thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me tonight. I hope that this was relaxing, helpful, enjoyable for you. I always really look forward to WIP and Chats. And please let me know in the comments, just again, how you're doing. Let me know your thoughts on planner videos or just planners in general. Let me know what your thoughts are on doing lives. If you guys would come and hang out if I did a live here on YouTube. And I'm completely blanking. There was something else I was going to mention. That's okay. If you enjoyed this, please consider giving it a thumbs up before you click away. And if you're new here and made it all the way to the end, I have a feeling you might enjoy it here enough to think about hitting that subscribe button. And you can hit the bell to be notified whenever I share new videos, which is not currently on a schedule. Strict schedule anyway, since I've got 2 little ones and I'm, like I said, trying to find that balance and what works for me and the channel. And of course, any comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, leave them in the comments. I do read every single comment and try to respond to, or at least heart all of them so you know that I saw it. But thank you again for spending this time with me. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye, friends.